Okay. Right. Okay. Next is about the content. Right. So I want to just to make sure about the content. It is about the normal date and normal duration, and then about the latest COVID-19 issue. We have the new date and the new duration. So with these two different dates, start dates and end dates, we have the important dates that all of you need uh, to know, right? And then we will carry with the multimedia project scopes, right? I will again show you the download link and then the assessment form and also Practicum Supervisor and also your contact, right? Okay, for the normal date and duration, okay, it starts with the notice, right, from CUIC dated on the 10th of April 2020. It is since April, right? The normal date for A201 practicum student, right, is it will start on 19th October 2020, right? Both for 4 months duration and also the 6 months duration, right? You can see here on the screen, okay, right? So also we have the names that you need to call for our person in charge or contact person from the CUIC, right? Anything you just call Dr. Muhammad Hilmi Hamzah. His telephone number is 019-211-7822, or you can email him at hilmihamzah@uum.edu.my for anything related to the practicum. Right. So for multimedia student, the duration is 6 months, right? So okay, we will start for the normal date next Monday on the 19th October 2020 until 19th April 2021, right? 6 months. Okay, that is the normal date and duration. Means that if you don't have any problem or issue with MCO or a red zone, right, you just follow this date. But okay, UUM just came out, not UUM, the CUIC UUM came out with the new date and new duration. Okay, right. This notice just a few days ago, right? On Thursday, they came out with this notice dated 15 October 2020, right? So you can read this notice from their Facebook. They just put in the Facebook, right? Anything about practicum, about CUICUUM, you refer to their Facebook, right? Okay, you search from the image, the photo, and you will find the notice like this one. Important notice to UUM students on change of practicum dates, but those who are affected with MCO and also the red zone area. Okay, right? So what are the new dates and duration, right? For normal date, you will start on 19 October, but for the new date, you start on 2nd November, right? And then you will end on 2nd May 2021, right? This is also this schedule, the photo of this schedule also uploaded in the Facebook of CUIC UUM. I will repeat many times, Facebook CUIC UUM, right? All those information you can get from there, right? And then, right, for us, for the multimedia students which affected with the MCO or red zone, right, 6 months, okay, right, you may start on 2nd November, right? If you are a student, right, in the red zone or in the MCO, but your company accept you to start on the 19th, you need to contact your company, call them, email them, right? So that you will know whether they want you to start, right? You will tell them, okay, give us this kind of situation, right? Or you want me to start like normal date, right? You ask them. If they ask you to start like normal date, ask them a letter, right? Mentioning that you are going to start on normal date on, let's just stated 19 October 2020, right? And then you will end on 19 April 2021. Okay, but if you are in that area, you are in the red zone, you are under MCO, right? You feel that the company cannot start. They ask you for postponement, right? You say that UUM will let you to start your practicum on the 2nd November of 2020, right? So there are a lot of many things, many dates, important dates that you need to follow, not only the start and end dates, right? You need to know all these important dates. What are they? They are the start find placement, upload offer letter before, start practicum, submit report duty form before, change placement before, end of practicum, last day incomplete, or the word in Malay tidak lengkap form, incomplete grade 1, incomplete grade 2, final report submission, incomplete grade 1 and incomplete grade 2. For multimedia student, there is no incomplete, right? You need to complete on the date. So you can refer to this photo, right? This photo you can find in the Facebook of CUIC-UUM, right? The title is Important Dates of Practicum Student, Session A201, right? Okay, this is the normal one, right? The normal one. So when you start on the 19th October, right, what you need to do? You need to submit report duties, same like Dr. Romlah just told you just now, right? Okay, 2nd November. And then if you want to change, yes, you need to refer other thing. You can find also the information about change your placement from the Facebook of CUIC-UUM. And then you will end, this is the normal date, you will end your 6-month duration on the 19th of April 2021, right? So for us, we don't have the incomplete, but you need to submit the final report before 3rd of May 2021. Okay, right? Final report submission. Anything, right? You know your end date, you refer to your supervisor, academic supervisor, when you need to submit your final report submission, right? I will also, as the, hopefully still, the coordinator of Bachelor of Science with Honors Multimedia program, will mention, right, when is the date for you to submit your final report submission. Here stated on this schedule, it is on the 3rd May 2021. Right, so that was the normal one, and we have the new date also affected with MCO or red zone. Even if you are from foreign countries such as Indonesia, just now Mahardika mentioned that she is currently in Jakarta. Okay, just follow. If your company say that you can follow normal date, yes, just follow this one. Right? If you are affected with the MCO, yes, you will follow this one. Okay? And don't worry, I will share to you later this presentation slide in PDF form. Okay, how to get it? You ask your friend, other friend who go, they may help you. All right, that is about the date, the important date. Now, specific to our program, the multimedia project scope, right? Okay, there are number of projects that you can do while you are doing your practicum, like video, interactive application, animation, and website. For video, you can do corporate presentation, advertisement or TV branding, and also the documentaries. For animation, it can be 2D animation and 3D animation. Next. Okay, for video, there are 3 types of video. Okay, but for normal video, related to video, the 3 types, you need to, right, do the 3 phases of video production, which is the pre-production, production, and post-production. And the contents must show organization corporate image such as organization background, product, and other relevant information. This is some example of kind of video, right? So if you are doing the video for corporate presentation, okay, the content should be interesting and attractive, but still reflect the organization culture and corporate image. Usually, the video duration is around 8 to 10 minutes. Video can be used for project bidding, meeting, and souvenirs. If you are doing the video for advertisement or the TV branding, right, students should be creative in incorporating all information in the limited time given. The duration of advertisement is about 1 minute minimum to 2 minutes maximum. Don't go maximum than 2 minutes. In the case where the advertisement is too short, right, means that less than 30 seconds, more than one advertisement will be required. And then video, the kind of documentary, focuses on services or product of the organization. Example, documentary video regarding drug for National Drug Agency, documentary video regarding state development for state government, and documentary video regarding road traffic for Ministry of Road and Transportation. Those are only example. You can do any example for your any other video for the commentary, and the duration is around 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Next is it is about interaction application. So for the interactive application, it must be interactive. You must apply elements of multimedia, example, not all, but must apply, example, text, graphic, video, sound, and animation. And then example of the project, right? It can be augmented reality, virtual reality, mobile applications, web application, games, and etc. Okay. For animation, right? Animation, right, should involve the 3 phases of video production: the pre-production, production, and post-production. It can be 2D or 3D animation. The duration of the show is around 2 to 10 minutes. But if you need to produce more than one animation video, right, so it can be such as 1 to 2 minutes and many videos, right? For website, okay. For the website, the contents must show organization corporate image such as the organization background, the product maybe, and other relevant information. You must exhibit skill learned during study that must include your web design, web programming, and also your database design, and also etc. Okay. Now it is about the download link. Okay, you can get from the link that Dr. Romlah shared to you before. You can just go to the smmtc.uum.edu.my. You go under student, you go under current and download, right? And then you can get the general document, which is the Industrial Training Guidebook, SMMTC, the Practicum Logbook for Bachelor of Science Multimedia. We have the new method, right? And then Practicum Attendance, you can get from there. And the other section, which is the specific section for documents for multimedia technology program, it is about the employer confidential report and also the supervisor report. Okay. So, right, like Dr. Romlah showed to you, okay, this is the general document. These are the general documents. Okay, and then we don't use this for our program, Bachelor of Science Multimedia program. And then segment C, documents for our program, we have two report. Number one is the employer confidential report and supervisor report. So, what about the practicum logbook? Okay, the new method, it is on the e-logbook. It is online logbook. Right? Such an example, this you can use the Blogspot, WordPress, or Facebook, or etc. What you need to do, it must involve three persons, right? The three persons, which are you, your industrial supervisor, and your academic supervisor. Right? Okay. Let me give you an example. Okay. You can create Facebook group. In that group, you can add two other members, which you are the admin, right? You add your industrial supervisor as a member and also your academic supervisor as a member. From that group, you can upload, you can post your activity, upload picture about your activity every day. But you need to ask your industrial supervisor, right, to comment on the post. Means that she say something, right? This work is done, something like that lah, right? You need to discuss. You need to tell your industrial supervisor, hi supervisor, I'm coming here doing work at your company. My supervisor asked me to use an online or e-logbook. So I am using Facebook as our platform. So I am creating this Facebook group. You are as a member and my academic supervisor also as a member. So all I can post the activity I am doing here every day, and you need to comment, and also my academic supervisor can comment. If you are not using, you need to, for this kind of online logbook, you need to get you need to ask your academic supervisor, and also you ask your industrial supervisor whether they're familiar or they want to use it. Okay, I believe your academic supervisor can support you on this matter, right? And then I also have a very good belief that your industrial supervisor also can support this. Okay, but if your some of the supervisor don't want to use this, you can just use the practicum logbook, such as the traditional way, right? You need to print it, you need to write it, or else. This is where you use your skill, right, or your communication skill to let your supervisor from the industry and also your academic supervisor know how you are going to make sure that you have your journal, your diaries, your activities written, uploaded every day, so that they can know, like such as when you use Blogspot, you need to link the email, right? So they get the email notification that this is your activity today, right? Okay. If you use WordPress, also you need to connect the email to, you can make it private, right? Only to this person, right? The three person. Next, it is about the assessment form, right? I mentioned to you, you have two assessment form. One is for your industry supervisor, and the other one is for your academic report supervisor. Okay, the color code is green for your employer confidential report, 40%, and yellow for report supervisor evaluation form, 60%. Okay, normally traditional method we use to print, right? Okay, but you can convert that into PDF and ask your industry supervisor to fill in using the Adobe software and give the digital sign and digital stamp for this kind of report. Okay, and your supervisor, academic supervisor also can do this. But along the way, you have 6 months. We will here at our site in UUM, we will try to improve. Perhaps we no longer use this kind of method of assessment form. Perhaps we will use other methods of online form, such as Google form, right? Maybe perhaps, right? We don't know yet. I will let you know if we have that kind of new form. But for now, right, we stick to this traditional way, but not traditional printed, but we use the digital method. You can use digital Adobe software, right? So what is the criteria? What are the criteria in the employer confidential report? There are 4 sections: Section A, Section B, Section C, and Section D. All of these equivalent to 40% of marks from your practicum, right? For Section A, there is no marks. You download and have a look first before you start your practicum. Read all the items, read all the question, so that you do better, you perform better when you are doing your practicum. Okay. Section B, it is about individual assessment, right? Okay, for total number of marks, it is 119. It will be converted into 40%. Okay, for organization, full mark is 15. Attitude 25, personal capability 85, technical competency 15. And then you have section C for your project evaluation, right? 30 for the project evaluation. And then for presentation evaluation, this is for your employer, right? For your industrial supervisor. For the content, for your presentation, 35 marks, and delivery, 30 marks, right? Total 195. I urge you to look at this form first before you start. Read all the marks. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? For each item. So don't lose any marks from it. Usually from the industrial supervisor, you get full marks or about 37%. Okay. So that is about the employer confidential report. Now let's look at the report supervisor evaluation form. I also ask you to read, to have a look for this kind of form, right? You download, you open it and read line by line. Okay, there are 4 sections, right? 4 section, total up 390 marks, okay? And it will be converted into 60% marks. Okay, what are the item? For section A, it is about your proposal, project proposal. The total 25 mark, it will be converted to 15% of the total mark. Okay. For your presentation, this is in the end of the, after you finish your practicum session, right? 65 mark, contents 35, and delivery 30. Okay. This, it will be converted into 10% only. For your report, there are 2 reports. Okay. It doesn't mean that when you submit your report, that is the final one, right? You submit a draft and then you do your presentation, right? They are the same mark. Okay. I don't want, when you submit the draft, the marks for the draft is higher from the final. Okay. It seems wrong. Okay. It should be that the draft marks is lower than the final mark. Make sure that you do your correction and you submit your final. Right? Both of these, the draft and the final, it will be converted to 30% marks only. Okay? Right? Make sure you do it correctly. You submit your draft first. That is not the final version. After your presentation, your academic supervisor will ask you to do corrections. Okay? And then you do your correction, you submit the final version. Right? And then you will be given another marks for that final document. It doesn't mean that you only one document. There are two documents, the same document but with the corrected version. And last but not least, the individual assessment, right? Only 5 marks given by your academic report supervisor. Okay, for your practicum supervisor, I believe that you have known your supervisors, okay, how you refer to your portal. Even your supervisor also, academic supervisor, will refer to their portal. All right, what you need to do when you know your supervisor's name, you need to contact them personally. How you are going to contact your supervisor? You must contact before you go to the practicum. You contact now. After you finish this briefing, you contact your supervisor. If you don't contact them yet, right? You can email, you can phone, call them, or even you can through WhatsApp. Here I ask you to do all, right? And then what you need to know to do when you contact your supervisor, you need to tell where you will do your practicum, right? Where are you? Okay, and then tell your supervisor when you will do your practicum, right? This is when you have the two dates. You choose one. How you choose this date? If you are affected with MCO or red zone, you need to ask your company, right? Whether I can come late or I come this coming 19 October. I hope you understand this, right? For the contact, okay, any problem, please contact CUIC. You can get the information from the Facebook of CUIC UM. The person in charge at CUIC for CAS, College of Art and Science, is Dr. Muhammad Helmi Hamzah. The phone number for Dr. Muhammad Helmi is 019-211-7822, and you can email him at hilmihamzah@uum.edu.my. And then he has his operation staff, which is Madam Ismawati Ismail. You can contact her at 011-240-37001 or email at ismawati@uum.edu.my. I know your problem. Why the student need to contact them? I believe this is the question. Why I need to contact them? If you have problem with your company, you don't know where to start, when to start, affected with the MCO or red zone, you can ask them, or you just visit the Facebook and then you find the answer, right? There are a lot of questions asked by students. They prepared also the answer already, right? And then you just contact them. And if you want to change company, right? You ask them, you need to pay 500 or not, right? Penalty. At MMTC, right? You can contact SMMTC Practicum Coordinator. Just now, Dr. Romlah already shared to you her phone number. She said that you can contact her 24 hours a day, right? She will try to reply 019-598-8303 or email her at romlah@um.edu.my. And then, right, like I told you, your academic supervisor, you email, you phone call, and you WhatsApp. This you must do before you start, right? You must do it before you start. Let your lecturer know where you are going to do your practical and when you are going to start your practical. And last but not least, any problem, you can also contact me, Dr. Hamuzami Irwan Hamzah at 019-426-2924 or email me. Or you can just WhatsApp at least. But before you WhatsApp to anybody, before you email to anybody, please remember to let them know who you are. What is your metric number? Where are you going to do? Where are you staying? Don't just email your question. Put a good title when you want to email. Right? Problem about what? Let them know who you are. What program you are taking. Right? Where are you doing your practicum? Don't just do, this is real thing when you are going at work, right? Practice this. Okay. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Do you have any other question? You can ask me. Lecturers, do you have any question?
No, we're good. I'm good, Atam.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Lata, I know you have many questions, right? You can discuss with your academic supervisor and also your personal industry supervisor, right? It is not proper to ask it here. Okay, right? Other question? Lata, you okay? Right. Okay. If there is no question, all the best. Please take a good care of name. Please behave. Right. Not to the academics